Hello everybody, welcome to episode number 3 of our RPG tutorial series. Today I will be adding interactable items, ones that you can pick up and ones that can be destroyed. The first one is interactable rocks, which can be picked up by the player, and the second is interactable grass, which can be destroyed by the player. First off, I'm going to grab a 1 green flake collect. I'm going to hide, and I want to broadcast new message reset stones/rocks. Then when I receive reset stones/rocks, going to my blocks, I'm going to create a new one called clone position with 2 inputs of X and Y. I'm going to put 4 clone positions in here, each one representing a place on the map for one of the rocks. And then I'm going to grab a when I start as a clone. Right here, I'm going to say point in direction 90, and forever motion go to minus and minus, scroll X and scroll Y, then creating new variables for this sprite only, X and Y, putting in each into their coordinated places. Then going to my clone position, I'm going to set the X and the Y to these X and Y inputs before creating a clone of myself. Back to our clone, we are going to say if then else and equal, and if the X minus scroll X is equal to the X position and the Y minus scroll Y is equal to the Y position, then we want it to show, and we want it to go to front layer and then go backward 2 layers, so that the rocks are not on top of the player, and to hide in the else. Then if and touching the player and the key F is pressed, or whichever key you want to detect the interaction, then we're going to go to our player and go to our set animation in our animation that has the reset player and drag both of these into the interactable rocks. I'm going to put these off to the side and then clean up the blocks. Going here to the set animation, I'm going to set the animation to untouched, 0.07 and 1, which is making sure that until the player has interacted with the rocks, it is just going to stay untouched. And then right here we're going to set our animation to 1 in our wait time and rock pickup, which is the name of the slow pickup for the rocks. And basically we are done with the items that can be picked up. Last thing we need to do is put in some positions right here. I already know where I want to put these. You can figure them out simply by showing the scroll X and scroll Y variables and moving around and changing it. And if I wanted to set it to this specific position, then I will put this in the X and then this in the Y. And then as you can see, it is now at that position. So that can make things a lot easier. But I'm going to fill it in with the positions I want it to be at. So I'll be back in a second. And there you have it. Alright, and we are almost ready. We just need to change this when I receive reset player for a when I start as a clone. And now I can still move around with the scrolling and animations, and I am not under the rocks. And pressing F will make the rocks disappear. For our interactable grass, it is not actually too difficult. Simply what we are going to do is take all of this code and drag it into the interactable grass sprite. We are going to change this so that instead of it being a reset stone/rocks, it is reset grass and a broadcast reset grass, as well as setting this to broken grass with an animation of 0.06, and then changing these values. I'll be back in a second. And as you can see, I now have all of my positions. And before we start the project again, I'm going to change this. So instead of it saying when touching the player, it is now going to say that if it is touching the color white. And I just realized I made a quick mistake. You actually want to change this from untouched to untouched grass. So that is how you can fix that right there. And so we now have our grass. We will be able to destroy the grass in the next video when I add the attack animation. But for now, we are going to have to wait for that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye and have a great day.